Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a good morning. Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome to another live. It is July 1st. To all my friends in Canada, I say happy Canada Day. I hope you're all have amazing plans for this weekend. And to everybody else, I hope you're having an incredible start to the week. This live is a little bit, actually, it is all personal. It's all about me. Let's talk about me. And I hope you'll indulge me for this live. So some of you may already know, and for those of you who do not know, my father passed away very unexpectedly on the 19th of June. So the last couple of weeks have been, I would say, a roller coaster of emotion. They've been filled with great sadness, lots of tears, but at the same time, great joy. Because in my culture and in my country, we believe that when someone's physical body dies, that they go somewhere else, somewhere better. And so while, yes, there has been a lot of bit sadness, there also has been great joy. And I wanted to use this as an opportunity to say thank you. And I'm going to apologize in advance for the impersonal nature of this message. But I have truly been overwhelmed, inundated with so much love, so many phone calls and messages and WhatsApps and, people with incredible, just extending themselves to me and letting me know that I am in your thoughts and I am in your prayers. And I truly appreciate that. It has been a huge source of comfort, a huge source of joy for our family to know that you're holding us up in your thoughts and in your prayers. And for those of you who knew my father, I know you'll have your own reflections on who my father was. But I wanted to share with you as my reflection today on this live of the man who was my father and what I believe is the greatest lesson that he has left me with. And it's not lost on me that it was only 2 weeks ago that I did a reflection on the poem The Dash. And for anyone who wasn't on that live or didn't watch that live, The Dash is a poem that pretty much refers to the gap between, so when we eventually in a few months put a tombstone on my father's grave, there will be his date of birth, which was the 25th of August 1945. There will be a dash, and there'll be his date of death, the 19th of June 2019. And in that dash is his entire life, the entire 73 years that he was on this earth. All the joy, all the sorrow, all the accomplishments, all the failures, all of it is summed up in that dash. And a couple of weeks ago, I was reflecting on how do we want to be remembered in that dash. And so I want to use this as an opportunity to reflect and remember my father and the 73 years that was in that dash. And I will tell you that I was going to try and get through this without tears because my father would not want me to cry for him. In that dash is the 73 years that my father lived. And I will tell you that he was the best father that I could have ever wished for. He taught me so much. There's so many lessons that I will take forward in my life that he taught me. My father was a loving man. He was a patient man. He was a very kind man. And he always emphasized to me that to she who much is given, much is required. He always told me that my life had purpose, my life had meaning, that the only way that my life would have meaning, the only way my life would have purpose was if it was in extension, in service of others. And that is the greatest lesson that I would say my father taught me, that the only way you would truly enjoy success, you would truly enjoy accomplishment, that you would truly say you had lived a life was if it was in service of others, if it was for the greater good, if it was for beyond just yourself. And so that is what There's so much that my father was in 73 years. And I know sometimes when someone passes, it's easy to try and, paint them as a saint. My father was not. He was very human. He failed in many ways. But he was also a human being who tried, who did his best. And I know that to the very end, he was always striving to do better and to be better. And to the very end, he would have wanted me to use my life, just as he used his life, in service of others. And so today, as we're in the very first day of the second half of 2019, I'd like to extend that as a challenge to you. That as you're setting your goals, as you're referring back to those goals that you set at the beginning of this year, how many of those goals are in service of others? How many of those goals are beyond just about your ego and accomplishing for yourself? And as I said, my father taught me that the only way your accomplishments would have meaning, the only way that your accomplishments is if it was in service to the greater good. And when we say the greater good, doesn't mean that it has to be on a world stage. It doesn't mean that it has to be, solving world problems. Are you extending yourself beyond just yourself to those around you, to your family, to your friends, to your community? And so that's what I wanted to share with you today as I reflect on my father's life, is that let's all use our lives in service of others as he taught me and as he lived his life. And again, I just want to extend, truly, I have no words that I can use to express my gratitude to everybody who has reached out to me, who has given me so much comfort in your words, people who have sent me flowers, people who have sent me money for flowers, people who have literally dropped everything and got on airplanes to come and be with my family as we laid my father to rest. And so I want to wish you an incredible month as we go into July, and I want to wish you an incredible rest of the year. And again, as I said, use your life in service, because only then will your accomplishments truly have meaning. Thank you.